Okay, this video is about a clan boss team and what you really need to look for in clan boss. Now, I have a two-turn nightmare clan boss team. I don't have unkillables. I don't have underpriest Brogni. Either one of those two would help tremendously to build a better clan boss team than what I've got, but a lot of people don't have that. A lot of people are not going to get it. But there are certain things you need to look for in a clan boss team. Okay, the I've got Bad Ale. He's not really. He's in the lead because he gives an additional crit rate in all battles to 25%. It doesn't have to be him. It could be somebody else. It gives you a lot of defense because defense helps for the clan boss. But I've got Black Knight. Now, the reason my clan boss team is the way it is, and the reason I love Black Knight, as you'll look, he's in a stalwart set, which most of my clan boss team are in stalwart. So I can cut down 30% of the damage from the AoE attacks from the clan boss. Even when he stuns one character, it's based on how much that character has is the amount of damage it does all the other ones. So you get AoE damage even from the stun. And the more damage and the more hit points that the person that takes the stun is, the more damage it does to your other characters too. So you want to cut that down as much as possible. Now Black Knight has a kind of a good skill set for it because once you book him out, which takes one book, he places a 15% continuous heal and a 60% increased defense on all allies for 2 turns. So every time every time he hits one time, he places this. He hits one time, he places this. And yeah, he only does half the damage that everybody else is doing but he's keeping everybody else alive. Now he's a fairly good, strong hitter, and he's HP based. And of course, I built him a long time ago. There's better gear that I've got today than I had back then, and I could probably up him a little bit more. But getting everything to 16, you guys all know how it is. It takes a lot of silver. And he does what I want to do. I mean, he lasts a long time in the clan boss. Arbiter I got, and everybody loves Arbiter. I mean, I tanked her out. The reason I tanked her out is I want her around to pick everybody else back up. She can pick up the entire party and with this one ability, she can she can pick everybody back up. She gives them 35% of their hit points and 20% of their turn meter. Unusually, and then it gives her an extra turn. So if this is on cooldown, she'll place a 50% increase attack. She gives 30% more to the turn meter, so the turn meter is over half full. And then she heals the allies by another 25%, or the max AP, if they have less than 50%. Well, they're going to have less than 50% because she just picked them up from being dead. So, and she has the one that removes one of the debuffs. It's like once it's booked out, it's a 100% chance of removing a debuff on people for one turn. But she's fast. I mean, she's the fastest person I've got. And because she speeds everybody else's turn meter up, she increases everybody else's attack, and that increase in attack helps tremendously. Now, Ninja's the nuker. I mean, he's a great nuker. He really is. I mean, that A2 burn of his, it'll do 700k, 800k worth of damage. Depends on where you're at in the fight. It could probably go up to 1,000,000 because it increases by 100% of his attacks do. That's his passive. For what he has to do, he has to cycle through all his 3 skills, and it adds 5% more, up to 25% more. For the crit damage, and then it adds 10% more up to 100% more. So he's got to cycle through 10 times. But once he's cycled through, which is 30 rounds, so at 30 rounds he's at max, his damage. So, on 100% more damage is a lot. But now it's not only 100% more damage from that, you're also increasing it from Arbiter giving 50%. And then Thalion is in my Clan Boss team, and as I mentioned on the Thalion build, the reason she's in Clan Boss team is because she decreases defense. She weakens it. That doubles the damage, over doubles the damage of what's the he's going to take from having those two debuffs on him. Now, you got to get the accuracy up because the Clan Boss has got a lot of he has a lot of resist. The way it works is that your accuracy has to be higher than than its resist for it to stick. And even then, you got a 3% chance that that your debuff may not work. But if you've got your accuracy up, there's a 97% chance, which is huge. You hardly ever miss that the debuffs are going to work. Now the next thing she does, she decreases the attack by 50%. That's the same thing as an allied protect. Now, she's epic. She requires a lot of books, but epic books are easy to come by. Lego books are not easy to come by. And I've got a champ that does exactly the same thing, only even a little bit better, and that's Ursa. But she's not as good right now. Well, why? I don't have all the Lego books for her. She takes a ton of Lego books, and I don't have them. There's 7 there, there's 11 legendary books. I don't have, and I still need the books for Arbiter. I still need the books for Ninja. Legendary books are extremely hard to come by. Epic books are not. They're in every event just about. So, over time, you're going to get the epic book. In factions, it's the first book you get is a rare, and the second book is an epic book. But getting down to level 21 in factions and getting those legendary books is very hard to do, because those factions get very long to do, and it takes a really good team to kill them when you get up above 20. Now, I've got Bad Hell. Most people don't have him. I mean, I would, and that's fine. I mean, you don't have to have Bad L in here. It's just it helps with the crit damage, but you're looking at getting somebody that has a really good increased defense. That's what you're looking at. And if it doesn't last, if it does 2 turns out of 3, then what you want is to try to loop the boss if you can. Because when you're fighting the boss, the debuff does not go away. And as you look at all the artifact set, he's in Stalwart set. She's in Speed set, but I use her in Arena mostly. And I've tried to get her HP up, and I've tried to get her defense up. She would be better on Clan Boss if she were in Stalwart, because she would take a lot less damage. Then you've got Ninja. Ninja's in Stalwart, and he's in Perception because you need the accuracy, and you need the decreased damage from the AoEs. Then you've got Stalwart and Perception on her. I mean, that's on a lot of my characters, because they just need that to be able to survive all this. Now, there are other tunes you could put in for this. I mean, everybody usually gets Ninja. Ninja's really good on Clan Boss. Because of the code, everybody got Thalion, so you've already got 2 out of the 5. And this one's important, and Ninja's important. You could swap out Seal the Drake, which you get at 6 months for Thalion, to tell you the truth. And then you can swap out somebody else as a really great healer for Bad L, because that's what you're looking for. You need a really good healer in Clan Boss. And then you want somebody else that has an increased defense, that has a really good one of those. I mean, if I didn't have him in here, if I were swapping out and I put Drake in here, and I would probably put either the Miscreated Monster or Taragi. Taragi's better Miscreated Monster. And I would probably put them in, because they have Allied Protect, and the Allied Protect will help. And you can swap out even for, if you don't have the, and since if you're going to swap him out, then you want somebody like Hyquitrin, or you want him, or you want this guy, because we would want this guy in because you want the aura to speed up, the aura for the speed in the battles, but he doesn't speed it up except in the arena. So you want one that speeds it up in all battles. And so if you've another good one that you're going to get out of Doom Tower, the first thing is this guy. Archmage Helmet is great. Why? Well, he got the speed, but he also has a lot of really good abilities. And a lot of people use him in a lot of different fights. Well, why? Because look at his skills. His skills are, he's got a stun, and you're not going to stun the clan boss, but he has increased speed, increased crit rate, increased crit damage. And the crit damage is the biggest thing that you get. That's as far as damage. Crit damage scales much better than attack does. So when you're looking at building something here, there's other options for this, but knocking down his defense and weakening him will help you tremendously. Now you want a good healer in here, and you can use Rector. She's a great healer. She's really good. I don't have her on this account. I have her on another one. Now you want somebody that revives, because you're going to go down, and it's better to have a good reviver in there. You don't have to use. Drake does that. And then you've got to have somebody that will sit down and increase defense, will help you tremendously, because it's pretty easy to get your defense up to 2600, which will get you over 4000 with a 60% guy, increased defense guy. But if you don't have a 60% increased guy, you're going to, and the thing is, you need somebody that can keep it on, not 2 out of 4 times or like that. You need to keep it on at least 2 out of 3, and then you've got to be able to loop the clan boss some, so you can reapply that before he attacks. I mean, getting the speeds right is very important. If you don't have somebody that can keep it on constantly, like I do with Black Knight, and then with the team setup, you set it up where, Black Knight is always choosing, the easiest thing to do is go in, and I don't even know if I got a team set up for that or not with him, but if you do, you want to go in, and like if I set a team up like here, and I took and put Black Knight in. Let me take that out. And I chose Black Knight, and I was going to do a team setup. What I would do is I would take Black Knight, and I would make sure that Black Knight always does this one as a first choice if it's available. And he usually does it anyway, but to be sure, that way he's always throwing this and always keeping everybody's defense up. Now, so we're just going to go through, and I'll start the clan boss up. Well, this is Nightmare Clan Boss. And see, you get all these heals. You get 3 sets of heals. You get two from Bad Ale. You get 1 from the Black Knight. Now, Thalion's already weakened and already sat down and applied the defense down on this. Now she just did the attack drop before he got a really good turn in on you. So you receive a lot less damage. Then you'll see that you've got Arbiter sitting down throwing at the increased attack. So you're doing almost 4 times the damage because of why? You got somebody that's increasing attack, you got somebody that's dropping the defense, so Ninja's getting about 4 times. And he's really your only main nuker in this thing. That's all he is. And then Black Knight, his whole role is to keep everybody's defense up all the time. Now he may get stunned and you may lose it a little bit every once in a while if he gets to stun, but he seldom takes the stun. See, usually your lead is going to take the stun, like Bad L took it here. Which, but Bad L, if he's in the thing, as long as poison's up, you're doing 20% more damage. Well, not only does he poison, but so does Thayan. And, and of course she didn't do it that lick, but she does it in the other one, so you've got poison back up. So everybody's getting 20% more damage because of that, too. So it's trying to stack and compound your damage all the way through the clan boss. And while you're trying to stack and keep your defenses up, you're trying to keep his defense down, your defense is up. And you only got the one that is, you've only got one, you can't stack increased defense. You can apply it one time, and that's it. Since that's, and Black Knight has the strongest increased defense that is. There's a weaker version of it, but he has the strong one, so his applies. And it's always on because of him. And that's what you're looking for, a strong increased defense and trying to keep it up as much as possible. Now there's a way around it if you got a guy that does it 2 turns out of 3. It's on a 3-turn cooldown. There's Valerie, which I would not want to use because she's rare and she doesn't have the hit points and stuff. But there's also Sand Lasher, which is an epic. She hits pretty hard and she has that, she extends everybody's buffs. And once you book her out, she's on 3-turn cooldown. So she's every 3 turns, if you get the speeds right, every 3 turns, she's increasing everybody's attack. And then for 3 turns, everybody's got the defense up. And they've got all their abilities up for 3 turns. All this is 3 turns instead of 2. So that helps a lot. She's a good champ to have. I don't have her on this account. I have it on another one. And there are other champs that do that. There's not many of them. There's only just very few champs that extend buffs. Now you see, I've already got almost 10 mil damage in 15 turns. And and most people have a hard time on Nightmare getting it down to even 3 keys. Well, this team does it in 2. And I used to do it in 3, but I used to have an allied protector on here, which protects your people by 50%. And I could probably swap out, if I had somebody that had allied protect with the increased defense, I could probably swap them out. But, and it would keep my guys alive a little bit longer because you're cutting down his 50% damage and plus your, that he throws out, but also you're receiving 50% less damage when you have allied protect on, which is really good. And Ragi does that really well, but he only does it 2 out of 3 times. And and Thayan keeps this up almost all the time because she loots the boss a lot of times. As you look, she's taking another hit right here. Well, so the cooldown's going down. There's still 1 turn on it. So, she'll now see the thing is gone. So if she can get a little bit more, if her speed is fast enough, she'll loop him again, and but she didn't get quite enough to loop him. And sometimes it doesn't apply because I think she actually threw the poison, but it didn't stick. Now see, it goes back up again. So you've got less damage you're fixing to take from him. Now you're at level 22, and he does a lot of damage on Nightmare at level 22, around 22 on this thing. And but now everybody's got a break for a while. They've got their defenses up. They've got 50% less damage they're taking. So when he hits here, see, if he didn't have that, somebody would have probably died. Now, Arbiter could pick him up, but they're not going to have a whole lot. They're not going to be fully hit points. But see, now we're fixing to make at least 20 something mil out of this thing on auto. Now I can make more if I manual it, but either way, it's still a two key turn. You know, it's 2 keys to get the max rewards. And you want the max rewards because you get legendary books and you get sacred shards out of the clan boss at nightmare level. See, 19.1, that was a little bit low for what I usually get. But still, that's a good clan boss team. Now see, my other one, I don't have Fayan in. I've just gotten Fayan on her from it. I'm gonna put Fayan in. I'll do better and do a 3. I'll get this one to a 3 key, real easy. So that's what you're looking for in a clan boss team. You're looking to do is to drop the defense, drop the attacks, weaken him, and then what you're looking for as far as buffs is allied protect. You're looking for increased defense and increased attacks. And if you can get all those going out of the 5 guys, you'll have a pretty good clan boss team. And you know, you're looking at for your defense now for clan boss for the increased attack. You're looking at all these guys when you look at them. You're looking at, it's like I've had Ursa in there, and she's a defense champ. Defense champs are actually easier to do because that's what their attacks are based on. So you're gonna have 4,000 or so. But like the attack ones that do all the damage with the increased attack and stuff, they have low defense. It's just the way it is. He's only got 1,000. Well, he's got 1,100 more. I wish his defense was a little bit higher, but still with a 60%, you know, he's up to 3,300 or so. And he stays under veil a lot because of his attack. But now, like Arbiter, when you look at her, Arbiter has 2,700 with the 60%. She's up around 4,000. Bad L's got 3,100 with the 60%. He's way over 4,000. You know, that's what you're looking for. You're looking for around 2,500, 2,600. See, there's 2,600. You're looking for that defense on your characters. You're looking for accuracy around 210 or so for Nightmare. You're looking for your speed to be as fast as you can get so you can loop him. And you know, so every time you loop him, you're getting like extra heals. You're getting extra hits. You're getting extra everything. And I mean, if you're almost dead, well, if you're almost dead and Arbiter is looping it, and Arbiter can loop him like 2 times easily. So, in that 2 times easily, you know, when she comes in and throws this, and she throws a 25% heal on everybody, well, you know, that's a lot. And then Bad L is sitting here, and he's throwing 2 stacks of poison in it, because he's in reflex gear too. He's going to get extra hits on his malice skill a lot of times because it's going to increase the cooldown. So you may get, when you saw in the battle, you may get 4 stacks of healing up on you. Well, when you cycle through, you know, everybody gets healed back up really good. But that's how you build a clan boss team. I hope everybody liked the video, and make sure you subscribe to the channel. And if you got any comments or questions about things or stuff you want me to do a video on, just let me know and I'll try to get it on.